What is up, everybody? It's Mr. Hamilton. Welcome back to On the Couch. Spider-Man, No Way From Home. Just got done seeing it. And no words can be spoken for how insanely great this movie was. This is a spoiler-free review, so I will not talk about anything that happened in this movie. I will just talk about my reactions and how I liked it and everything like that. We'll get into some things. Before we do hop into this review, if there's anybody who's new here, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell so you guys get notified when I drop new content and reviews and stuff like this. So, yeah, thank you very much. Anyways, Sony and Marvel have created... I won't say it's the best superhero movie of all time, but definitely I can say best Spider-Man movie of all time right now. It had everything that you wanted in this. Like, the action was on point. The comedy was on point. The way characters interacted with each other was on point. The emotional scenes were on point. Everything was so perfect to me. Tom Holland gave one of the best performances. Like, you really see, like, you see Spider-Man and Peter Parker, like, them get stripped away to, like, the most bare human emotions possible. Like, the things that happen, and it just, you're like, man, how does one person go through all this stuff? But Tom Holland, like, portrayed it perfectly. Like, there was definitely enough times where I was crying in that movie. It was just, the emotional stuff gets so overwhelming, and it's just, but it needs to be there. Sometimes Marvel, like, will put you in an emotional situation and then cut it short and kind of go back to another action scene or a funny scene that kind of takes you out. But they really hammered the emotional parts. Like, they took their time and, like, worked through it, you know? And that was, like, what was great about it. I loved everybody in it. I loved the storyline. I loved how it ended, the conclusion. Everything about this movie was dope. All right, so going into this, I felt the hype becoming in-game and Infinity War almost hype, with everybody doing the videos of not to spoil it and this and that and this and that. It felt very in-game-ish, and then watching it, it felt like in-game. It felt like Infinity War. Like, it was like in-game, but for Spider-Man. Like, it was so epic, so big, so huge. Like, it's hard to, like, wrap your head around how massive this movie is. Like, I can't even begin to explain without I'm trying not to spoil anything, but, like, that's the nature of this movie. It is huge. It's crazy to think that Spider-Man would have such a huge, like, movie like this. Like, the Spider-Man movies are obviously good and everything like that, but the height of this movie, the just intensity and how the scale of it and what it means to two different universes, to two different studios, to two different universes, what it means to each one of these on their own and together, that's what blows my mind, is that there's the Sony aspect of it, of what they're going to do with the Spider-Man, and then there's the MCU version of what they're going to do with our universe. Like, and seeing them, like, melt together and everything like that, it was perfect. It was almost like watching a Civil War again, like seeing characters being put in and stuff like that into the story, and you're like, how are they going to handle it? How's this going to happen? How's that going to happen? And then, like, the scale of these storylines are just insane. I will say that in the movies, there was times where I was like, man, we were right about a lot of things that were going to happen. Marvel, we were also wrong about some things that happened, but I also think things were played different in the trailers, and how they edited things made us kind of think one way, and then some things kind of happened different. You're like, oh, well, that's not what I expected to have happen, you know? But for the most part, like, a lot of the theories that were swirling around out there, like, were on point. Even some things that I thought about, that were on point. So that was kind of fun. And also, like, the movie's just fun. I had so much fun in the movie theaters. With Marvel movies, you always have fun, but like this one was extra fun. It was like Infinity War. It was like Endgame. I would have loved to have been at the premiere, just to be in that crowd of people. Like, it was just, there's just times when people are cheering. You could tell when people are sad, when everybody's getting hyped and everything like that. Like, it's such a good movie on all corners of whatever it is that you want to rate it. It is such a good movie. I implore you to go watch it. If you haven't watched it already and it's been out for less than 24 hours, go watch it. I don't really know what else I can say without spoiling anything, but that's just my, it's such a good movie. It's so great. Easily top 5 Marvel movies on my list now, and I can't wait to watch it again. I honestly cannot wait to watch this movie again. That's how good it was. So yeah, honestly, that's all I can really say right now without spoiling anything. So, if you haven't seen it, this is the review for you. And if you have seen it and you want to see both, just know I am, right after this, I'm going to do my spoiler full review of Spider-Man No Way Home. So go ahead and check that out if you've watched the movie, or after you've checked it out, or after you've watched the movie. So yeah, go ahead and click down below wherever that video might pop up. Thank you guys. Or hop in the comments. Tell me what you guys think. How did you guys like the movie if you saw it? If not, what are you guys expecting? And hopefully, if for the people who are on the fence about watching it, hopefully this review will like fire you up to go see it, because you don't know what you're missing. It's one of those movies, like, I feel bad for anybody who's writing this off and who's not going to go see it, because you're missing out. 1,000% you're missing out, So yeah, thank you guys for joining me on the couch for another movie review. Once again, guys, I am Mr. Hamilton. Peace.